Well, I think we start with the worst of the weekend.
Okay.
Got some options here for you. We could start with maybe Team USA and Keegan Bradley. That was a rough weekend. Rough weekend all around there.
The players at least came back and made it respectable. The fans did not. But this is the environment that we've embraced, we've encouraged for the last 2 years. You're
talking about the fans?
Yeah. Wait till Ryder Cup gets to Long Island, Bethpage Black, and it's become WWE-type feel. Now, it shouldn't. And somebody throwing a beer at Rory's wife, things that were said out there. Now it's going to be incumbent upon the European team when this is played in Ireland in 2 years to say, let's show how, you can still root, have fun, have a, great atmosphere without it being personal attacks on people. But once again, this was the buildup. This was the hype. If you're a fan, you're going out there thinking, I'm defending my country here. I'm going to be yelling. I'm going to be part of the team here. I'm going to wrap myself in the flag. And, it got ugly. But, Team USA was playing horribly, and the Europeans were celebrating. But Team USA made it respectable, but this is the atmosphere. Yes, Todd.
But there's always that group of people that are just looking for a reason to act obnoxious and be stupid as opposed to any kind of pro-America kind of rant going on. That's just a little sidebar. You can hide behind the flag. I just want a reason to scream and yell and be a jerk to people.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul.
It's weird because the usual golf crowd, there's an etiquette around being at a golf event. You kind of dress a certain way. You act a certain way. You're quiet during the backswing. And it's like these golf fans, they throw all the rules out because it's the Ryder Cup. And it's weird because it's the opposite of a normal golf event.
I don't think these are golf fans.
Right.
Because if you go to the Phoenix Open, Waste Management, it's a party. That's the reason why you're going. It's a party. And you'll act accordingly. It's a party. But no, that's not the way you act normally. It shouldn't be an indictment on everybody who's there, but it feels like it is. There's always going to be that element because you allow that element. Unless you're, escorting people out, there is that element there. But Team USA made it respectable. What else do we have? Yes,
see Keegan Bradley getting blamed a lot too on the course setup.
Yeah, he talked about that it didn't play the way he thought it was going to play and didn't favor the strengths of Team USA. Europe just played great. They played unbelievable those first 2 days. And then all of a sudden, USA came back and acted like they were great players. You see what the Ryder Cup means to the Europeans, to Shane Lowry, to Tommy Fleetwood, to Rory. It just means more. And they showed that. I mean, they talk about that. Shane Lowry won a British Open, and he said, this is what I want. This is the moment. This is what I'm most proud of because it was a team effort. And I think that is sometimes lost on us in what we want with our team when they're talking about getting paid, who likes one another. They put aside everything. Team Europe, you could feel it. And it's tangible. Yes, Marvin.
That feels like that's the case in most sports where you talk about even like the Joker, he wins the NBA title. Oh, ho-hum, whatever. But he wins something for his country. It feels like he won a gold medal.
He won a bronze, didn't he?
Yes, and he felt like he won the gold medal.
Yes.
Because to them, it feels like international competition for their team and for their country is way more important than the Masters or the British Open or the U.S. Open.
Well, it's like Djokovic when, I was told that if he wins Olympic gold, it'll mean more than any of the majors he's ever won. And that's what happened. He talked about that. But, keep in mind that the Europeans have always been the little brother, or at least perceived as the little brother, but they're not. And I think you saw that there's that, they were big underdogs. And I think it was, you're going to get eaten up by New York. That team, Scheffler, nobody can beat Scheffler. All of these things leading up to this. And I think they were like, all right, well, we'll see. And then all of a sudden, it's a snowball effect. When one wins, another one wins. Somebody makes a putt, the roars or the lack of roars around that course. Yeah.